Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Jake Cox here. I hope you are all well. I've come outside again today. There's no hurricane, I hope, today. I'm in the garden. I've put a few West Ham shirts. My West Ham cap is here as well. So I've still brought the West Ham vibe to the videos, even though I've come out a change of scenery, and so I hope you like it. At 11:30 today, the reason I'm filming this video is that at 11:30 today, on various social media accounts, West Ham streamed live a virtual open training session. So basically, well, my shirts are going mental up there with the wind. I honestly hope it's not windy. But it was basically where the cameras came to Rush Green, filmed some stuff. It was hosted by Carlton Cole and Chris Scott. It was really good. I really do recommend you going and watching it. There wasn't a huge amount of players there. This is who I saw: Benrahma, Johnson, Trott, Martin, Fornals, Bowen, Souček, Soufal, Ogbonna, Fredericks and Yarmolenko. So most of the first team weren't there, and Alan Irvine did clear that up when he said it was recovery for the first team today, so only a small group of players. So the players that didn't involve massively in the Wolves game were there training as normal, and then the players that played a big part, so you're talking like Lingard, Souček was there actually, but players like Dawson, they weren't there. They were in the gym, I do believe, getting massages, just recovering for an extra day, because it was a tough game Monday night, and they really did deserve it. I've got a new microphone on, so I hope the sound quality is okay outside, because the microphone wasn't great for the last outside video I did. But some of the stuff we saw, it was really, really good. So the first thing that we saw was Fornals and Bowen versus Soufal and Souček. So it was Fornals, Bowen versus the Czechmates playing. Chris Gold called it head tennis, so where or head volleyball, so where they had to use their feet and their head to get it over the volleyball, net and play that game. And they were laughing, they were joking around. It was really, really nice to see. To start it off, it was really, really nice. And Souček did an interview with kind of the interview man that was doing the interviews for the live show. And one thing I picked out, he went, yes, I love training. And these two, Souček, they come in on their days off. I think he said on there, the guy who was interviewing him, 12 to 14 kilometres Souček ran on Monday night against Wolves, which is incredible. And he's there, he's coming in, doing all of this stuff, being around, laughing, joking, having a great time. And it's just fantastic to see. Team spirit is there. And to be fair, why wouldn't they all be happy? We're sat fourth in the league. We're playing the best football that West Ham have played for a long, long time. And there's just a good buzz around the place, We just saw that off about the six main players that the cameras were focused on. And they were mainly Ben Johnson, Benrahma, and a couple of keepers as well. It was really, really good. Kevin Nolan came on for an interview, and he was asked about that elusive iPad that everybody has to go through. He reads off his iPad before subs come on. Every sub that comes on's got to go through that experience. And he was asked, what's on it? And he said, I can't really say, but, tactics, game plan. And I think he said set pieces as well, where to be. I think he's a massive help with the set pieces. As well. I think he's a real help with that, and a real help to the success that we do have with set pieces. My shirts are going a bit AWOL, but we will move on. So the next thing we saw in this hour-long, just over, access, kind of all open cameras, live training session. David Moyes spoke, how good we were in that first half against Wolves. It's positive, getting the boys out there doing some training today. But Kevin Nolan also did an interview, as I said. But after that, there was a bit of shooting with the couple of keepers. Benrahma was taking shots, mainly against Trott. A couple of great finishes from Benrahma. He got a few in the corner. He did miss a few, but he got some in the corner, bottom corner, top corner. He looked really, really good. He was training with the second team, not the main team that did play on Monday night, because he only came on with 10 minutes to go. So he was doing normal training. But I thought as well, which really stood out, Trott made some fantastic saves. I think someone said at one point halfway through, I think Benrahma had only scored 1 out of 7. They weren't, I think West Ham Online said that in the group chat. I think that they were real decent shots. I mean, there was a couple straight at him, but there was some fantastic low saves, high saves. He a really good promise for the future, I think. Randolph's injured. I think we could have Trott coming through to be the second goalkeeper next year. I think that'd be really good, and I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see him go in ahead of David Martin because he's a young talent that could get some game time, and that was really, really good. And I think we saw a bit of exclusive I don't think we were meant to see, but we saw Yarmolenko. He came over to Ben Rama and Trott and Martin when they were playing smiling high fives. I don't think we were meant to see that, but then they just let us see what Yarmolenko was doing. He was doing some jogging. I think even Chris Scholes said, with someone with I think it was a knee medial injury, shouldn't be running like this. So I think he's got over the injury now and is nearly back. I mean, that takes some weight off Antonio. If he's not injured, I think he is. Let's hope. I mean, that was kept very under wraps, as I thought. There was no talk about Antonio and Lingard. There was no talk about him and Declan Rice. After the dodgy. I can actually bring it up on screen after this came out on his. It won't flick up. After this came out here on his Instagram and then was deleted. There was no talk about these players that are rumoured to have the injuries, which is good. I think Moyes needed to keep this under wraps, so Leicester don't know. I think this was quite. I don't know what the right word is. Quite open, because I think, this is a massive game. This is, we are giving Leicester, Ogbonna. He's in the title. I think he's in the title. Will he be back? I think he's got a sneaky suspicion that he might be back because he was doing some quite intense training. He was doing some sprinting, running backwards and forwards. He was doing some quite intense. I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know. What Moyes wants them to do in terms of intensity to get back into that side, but he's not far off. I think is Angelo Ogbonna. He looks really, really sharp. But going back to Yarmolenko, he was jogging. He was doing some light jogs around the pitches with a member of staff, which was good. It takes the headache sort of off. Antonio, that he doesn't have to play every game. And then the last couple of interviews that I saw, it was massively involved on Ben Johnson, how much he's an academy graduate, how much he's come through and broke into the first team. He did an interview. To sum up, he said massive game against Wolves, massive win. There's a lot of hard work on the training ground going on. Everybody's giving it their all. Credit to the coaches, and they are taking it game by game, which is the right thing to do. There's 8 games left, 8 cup finals. I don't think they're dreaming. I think they are taking game by game. Okay, next game, Leicester. If we win that, we can go forward a bit more, and we can think about the end of the season a bit more every time the games go on. But really positive. And he was asked who's the best trainer, and he said he couldn't say. Everyone gives 100%. Now this is what you love to see. You love to see, one of the young lads coming out from the squad saying everybody is giving it their all. Everyone wants us to get Champions League football, Europa League football, and I think Champions League football is where they're looking at, is where David Moyes wants us to be, which is incredible. I think I saw a stat somewhere that he came in, David Moyes, December 2019. We were in 17th, 1 point off the relegation zone. 16 months later, we are in the top 4 with 8 games to go of the season, spending around £36 million, which is ridiculous for what we've brought in. Ridiculous. The amount of quality we've brought in, the amount that Pellegrini spent in his couple of years with West Ham, and now what he's spent. I mean, that's not even how much we paid for Sebastian Haller. And out of that, we've got Souček, Bowen, Soufal. It's incredible what he's done. And I love this. He said, we aren't scared of teams. We go to win. He said, in the past, we've gone to grounds like Molineux. We'll go to grounds like the King Power and say, we're hoping for a draw. They're going there to win, which is fantastic to hear. That we've got confidence. We have got a lot of confidence. Alan Irvine did an interview to say recovery for the first team today, only a small group of players out there, as we saw. So Johnson, Fredericks, Ben Rama were showed heavily in it today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Make sure you do give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to West Ham Official if you're very positive today. I think we've got Yarmolenko and Ogbonna back to some fitness, especially Ogbonna, which I'm really, really happy about. He might not feature for the Leicester game. I hope he does. He doesn't look too far off, though. He really, really doesn't look too far off. But check out all the videos we've got coming up very, very soon. And that's it for me. Very positive, very good thing from the club today to do that. And I will be back very, very soon. Check out all the videos on the channel. I did 4 videos yesterday. Check them out and come in your minds. And I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.